Hey y'all, it's Chimdi. So I just came from seeing Spider-Man Homecoming, and yes, y'all, it is as good as everyone says it is. Go see it if you haven't already. And it's gonna make like $100 million, so I'm sure you've already probably seen it. Okay, so here are my like three favorite things about the movie, and one thing I was like, about. So the first thing I loved about this movie is that there are two separate black female characters. Like when I see a movie, if I see just like a black female character in the background, I'm like, yes, we're in here. And this movie had two separate, three if you technically want to count one of the characters' mamas. Like they're two separate female characters. So I was already like, when I saw that, I was already like, bet. And I saw that in the trailers, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a movie for me. And I was not wrong. The second thing I loved about this movie is that it is genuinely really, really funny. It was cracking me up the whole time. I feel like sometimes with Marvel movies, it's got that try hard humor. Like if you've seen Doctor Strange, that movie is trying super hard to be funny. But this movie doesn't have to do it. Like the main character, Tom Holland, like he does such a good job playing the role, and there's just like genuine humor just baked all throughout. So it's actually just genuinely a really funny, good time at the movies. And then the third thing that I just loved about this movie is that it's actually new. Like that was my thing with not really wanting to see it. I'm like, okay, we've seen two separate people be Spider-Man in the last like 10 or something years. Like, what is the point of seeing another one? But this movie is actually different than those movies, and it shows you things you haven't seen before. Just small stuff like the way they show him being Spider-Man without the suit in a way that's not just like, oh, let me catch a bunch of like falling dishware, and manage to handle it all in one platter. Like, they actually did a good job of showing something new with this character and of showing a story you don't see a lot, which is that like the person trying to be a superhero, learning about it, not just like one montage, one scene in the movie, and then the rest of the movie, the person's kick ass. So those are the three things that I loved about this movie. It was really new, really funny, and it actually had black people in it. And one of them was super woke, and I was like, yes. Okay, so there's one thing I was just like, about, and it was Donald Glover's role. So if y'all know, he like did this Donald for Spider-Man campaign a couple of years ago, and obviously he didn't get it, which is fine. Like I like they chose someone really young, like that's whatever. And I thought it was so cool they actually gave him a role in this movie. I'm like, that's cool to like shout out to all the people who like really didn't want him to be Spider-Man. But then his role in this movie is a criminal. So I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you're rewarding this dude who kind of wanted to change the narrative by showing like a black superhero, a black Spider-Man, and like you're rewarding him with a part in the movie as like a criminal who's trying to like buy weapons. Like, I guess. But yeah, that was the only part where I was just like, Everything else I did really, really like. I saw it like opening day, Thursday, as soon as I could. I'm definitely going to see it again. It was hilarious. I want to see it with like just a huge crowd because there were like 20 people in the theater that Thursday night. So yeah, I love the movie, y'all. If you haven't seen it, see it. Give it its coins. It deserves it. And while I'm still not like super thrilled that Black Panther was pushed back for this, seeing the final product, I'm like, okay. Oh, one last bonus thing that I loved about it. I love the way they wove in like the larger Avengers universe and the way they made it seem, the way they added in like normal things that would happen as a result of this new low-key terrible world where we have superheroes and also like giant disasters all the time. Like they did a really good job. And that was like another part that was really, really funny. So kudos to you, Marvel. That's it for the video, y'all. Thank you for watching. I will see y'all in the next one.